the night, bump in the night. Did you hear the bump in the night? Bump in the night, bump in the night. Bump in the night, bump in the night. Did you hear the bump in the night? Bump in the night, bump in the night.
Bump in the night.
Welcome. Bump in the Night Society presents Exploring Your Society. I'm Sean Bowman.
I'm your co-host, Phil K.
And who
And
do we have with
Laurie
us?
Hang, just hanging out.
How are you, dear?
Hanging out, enjoying this beautiful summer day.
Oh, yeah.
Close enough.
Yeah, right?
It has
So,
to be.
Laurie, tell us a little bit about yourself. How do I know you?
Sean, you know me because you and I had the pleasure of working together, doing a great job and enjoying ourselves with our clients. We really had a lot of fun. And then you asked me to be your groom's biddy for your wedding.
Mm-hmm.
And then you bought me a bidet.
I did buy you, but that was your present for being in the wedding.
It's the best gift ever, other than my kids.
Hey, there we go.
Hello, everybody.
Hey.
And I know Phil from, obviously,
Yes.
Sean.
That awesome day that we had at the park filming our little Mortal Kombat thing. That
It was
fantastic.
freezing. Me and Jen and I were like, oh my God, you wear the sweater now. And then I got to wear the sweater now. It was so cold that day. It was a jacket. It was a hoodie. We were so cold.
Well, that little clip in the intro from the hippie slacker, that was from that day. And then
Yeah.
we actually filmed something else that never got released. Remember the thing with the bathroom and the ovulus and all that?
Me?
You remember that? Remember we went into the bathroom and we had
yeah.
Yep.
We never released it. Yeah. It was a thing for the
I
ovulus.
do.
Which I don't know if Jen still
remember
has it or what, but
I forgot all about that part, too. I literally did.
Laurie actually played Bumpy in that video, too.
I was
That's
Bumpy.
Right.
Mhm.
Okay.
Bumpy and I have a thing.
You've been Bumpy a couple times. People don't know. People always think it's Phil, but there's been other people that play Bumpy.
Yeah.
Didn't
Bumpy's in an open
somebody make fun of
relationship.
me for wearing flip-flops as Bumpy?
Maybe, but somebody also said there goes Gina.
Hi,
Hey,
Gina.
But yeah, somebody said for the movie premiere because Phil obviously was himself at the movie premiere.
Right.
So you ended up playing Bumpy for us, and somebody said in the video or whatever, they were like, "Oh, Bumpy has boobs."
Yeah, my
Yeah,
pectorals aren't big enough to.
Yeah, I feel the costume out a bit better. Plus, I have more hair to puff up the head.
I'm bald by choice, damn it.
Well, them Deep Creek pictures or whatever too. You were Bumpy that time, remember?
I was Bumpy at Deep
Mhm.
Creek, yeah, with Gene. That was so much fun. That was a good time.
Which we need to all do that again too.
Hey, Jeff. How long ago was it Deep Creek with you guys? How long ago was it?
That was not this past winter, the winter before, like February of 2000.
You know what? It was right
Oh,
before COVID.
Oh, okay.
Was it before
Crazy.
COVID? I thought it was after.
No, oh, wait a minute.
It was the year my brother broke his shoulder.
Okay, maybe we were.
I think it was the year after.
Yeah, but that was after everyone had their vaccine. We were all
Yeah.
vaccinated by
I
then.
don't know, actually. I'm not sure. Like, because I know we went the year before, me and my brother and Crack and Henry and Carol and Jen, obviously. And then we went that second year with a bunch of us, which we need to do that again.
That was
Phil, you need to
fun.
come
But
this
you know
time.
what? It was.
I would
really
love to.
cold.
I'd love
I'd
to.
rather not go when it was below. It was. We were encased in ice. The
Holy
porch.
shit.
We're like you couldn't go out a door. It was great. It was a cool place, but it was just a little too chilly that weekend.
Well, talking about Gina or whatever,
Uh,
she went sled riding, remember, down that hill?
Yes,
Like
I
solid
think
ice. or
just
whatever.
once.
oh, man.
Yeah, Greg picked her up the bottom of the hill.
Greg picked her up at the bottom.
That is so hilarious.
Somebody said hey to you, but I don't know who that is. Oh, okay, Mary Lou. Mary Lou. Said
Oh, that's Lulu. Hey, Lulu.
Nice.
Mary Lou and my friend Mary Ellen's over there watching.
Aw. I wish I could see some of the actual names where it says Facebook user, but
I can't see it
unless I go online and do
That's
it
three.
on my phone.
Oh,
Yeah, you can't-
oh yeah.
Yeah, there's Gina right there. If I
Yeah.
hit the little pop up, it'll show you.
Nice.
And then I gotta check my phone too because some of them just say Facebook user. But
How
I
do you
look at my
guys
phone,
like
it
my
tells me.
creepy things?
I like that a lot. We're I gotta get me one of those for the ceiling.
Aren't
That's
they
really cool.
groovy?
That's
Those are
cool.
badass.
Same
I have
here.
the most like boring apartment compared to you guys. Seriously, like there's like nothing.
Well,
People always says it looks like I'm sitting in the bathroom.
It does. It does.
well, look, my basement's sort of kind of those colors, so I kind of like that's what I'd be looking like. I think if I sat downstairs, so it doesn't look too bad like a bathroom.
Yeah, that's awesome. I usually have like the light off like this, but you know, I'm like, you
Yeah.
know what?
I turned mine off so I can see my spooky things.
There goes Troy. What's up, Troy?
Troy, what up, man? Oh, that's so funny. Oh gosh. Thank you.
So, Laurie, why don't you tell
Yes.
us about some paranormal experiences of yours?
Yeah, spit it out.
Well, actually, it wasn't my house, but my aunt lived in Bellevue. You know those houses in Bellevue?
Okay.
So cool. They're like 3 floors. Can't afford to heat them anymore, but they're very cool. Well, when she first moved in, we were younger. We noticed on the floor there was a pentagram painted on the floor. So I was like, okay, that's not weird at all. To make a very long story short, the house was creepy, but we pulled up to get my aunt and my cousin, and who was a small kid at he was a small boy at the time. And my mother said, "What is he doing up in that attic wearing a fisherman's suit?" And my aunt Sylvia's like, we don't have a fisherman's suit. And my cousin at that time, Ryan, came right down, and we still to this day don't know who that. You know who it reminded? Like now knowing, we all float down here, Georgie. Remember?
Yeah.
That's what it looked like up there. But we called him the Gorton Fisherman because that's what he looked like to us. Never did figure that one out. Never did. It was a creepy, creepy thing. Very creepy. And this stuff goes on at my mom's too. Like, I've never had any, but my mom and my sister, like cherry pipe tobacco, just the smell will come through. The TV turning off and on its own in the basement, which I hated that one. That wasn't good.
What about the stuff at Lindsay's house?
Oh, well, yeah. Yeah, you know about that.
Yeah, me and Jen actually did a cleansing of Lindsay's house.
And something was up in that, in her closet, in the baby's closet, and it touched my hair. And apparently I was out of that closet in how many milliseconds?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I think that was on camera, I think, wasn't it? When you like jumped up? I think it is.
Do you still have that video?
Yeah, I sent all the videos and that to Laurie, and I know like your son James was talking about I don't know if it was him or his friend or something, but somebody saw like a doppelganger in the basement and everything too. And
yeah, his buddy was talking to him, like saying, "Hey, at the bottom of the steps, bring whatever," and then whatever. Make a very long story short, he thought he saw James at the bottom of the steps. James was in the back of the basement, and then when they were younger, hi Karma. When they were younger, they actually do have photos somewhere of the orbs. There were some creepy orbs going on down there, but we've had 3 owners to this house, so I highly,
Yeah. Well, the thing is, too, she was right across from the cemetery too, and like the first English settler from this area is buried there. Like history goes back.
First white child born in Indian territory. I mean, that's an old place. So there's something definitely going on.
Which, Phil, I think, were you at that cemetery with me? Because I've filmed stuff there before. I don't know if you went with me or not. Like, it was me, you, and Crack, maybe?
I think the only cemetery that you, Crack, and myself went to was the Evans City one.
We went to the Myron Cope one, too.
Oh, yep. We were having a hard time trying to find his gravestone.
Yeah. Where's that?
It's actually right over that one on Noblestown.
Yeah.
That big cemetery on Noblestown.
Oh, that giant? Oh, really?
It's huge.
Right over there.
Holy
crap.
I
mean, now I know where it is. So if you ever want to see his grave, I can show you.
Right.
There's a really, 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 really big old one up off of Perry Highway.
Okay.
Oh, I know which one you're talking about.
It's like takes up city blocks. It's one of the biggest cemeteries I've ever seen.
Yep.
Ever.
Well, my grandmother's buried over in Homestead or whatever. You know, that one's a real big one. They have cool like crypts and everything, and a lot of stuff in that one. And the funny thing is too, is like my grandma's not. She was a Bowman, but then she got divorced and she's a different name. But there's actually a Bowman grave right by her grave too, which isn't related to us. That's kind of weird that she has a Bowman grave right by her.
That is kind of strange. Where they weren't probably doing alphabetical order or anything like that.
Well, her name would have been Morris because when she got remarried, her last name was Morris.
Right.
So, yeah,
Morris.
it has nothing to do with that.
Yeah.
I lived in a house. You guys know where Bridgeville is. If you're coming into Bridgeville from Chuck E. Cheese,
Mhm.
and you cross over right there at that auto body, and you know where Schoaf's
The
is on the right. Well, you would make a left.
the Jen's auto body.
No, no. Like if you were coming from, okay, you're at Chuck E. Cheese light or whatever.
Karma's
The Chuck E.
was
Cheese.
funny.
Like.
Like,
Okay.
on
yeah,
what-
yeah. Shoof's, yeah, the Lebanese place or whatever, right?
Yeah. In
Yeah.
fact, Mary Ellen, my friend, called it the last house on the left. It was kind of creepy. But I had a dog that would not go into my bathroom. He would just stand at the door at the. It's crazy, absolutely
Yeah.
crazy.
It's
Nobody
funny
knows.
that Karma said something about the crack thing because obviously my buddy Crack Eric, his nickname's Crack, but Laurie, you also go by Crack.
My
You
husband,
go- you go-
my
I
husband
know two
calls
people
me
named Crack.
Oh my god, I never knew that till now.
I said to Sean, two of his buddies are both named Crack. Come on.
Wow.
The funny thing is too, like I was going to pick one of my guys up or whatever, and we went to the Pirate game, and my one guy tells the other guy's dad, like, "Oh, we're going to pick up Crack."
Oh, yeah,
And I'm like, "Yeah, it's not what you think." He knows Crack anyway. He's like, "Yeah, I know you're talking about." It's kind of funny. Even like the other day, we were at Kennywood on Saturday, and Crack was there, and we're sitting outside the front gate, and we're waiting on Crack, and there's police out there, you know, and I'm like, "Oh, we're waiting for Crack or whatever." Like,
Yeah. No, can I have things not to say to the police for $100? I think that would be one of them. No,
And
don't do
didn't
that.
you say that like he hated being called that for like a whole week? He was just like pissed off. At
Well, it used to be
everybody.
Crackhead. I used to call him Crackhead, and then it just got shortened.
So
to
you
Crack.
started the
Oh,
crack.
you
Yeah,
bastard!
because I mean, like he always looked like his eyes were like bugging out, and then like they were like red because like allergies, and I always said he looked like a crackhead.
Poor guy.
My husband just said crack, and now I'm always crack.
The Irish term for what's going on is "what's the crack."
Uh,
Oh, that's too funny.
what's the crack?
Oh shit!
So you we had obviously, you know, Laurie, we had our bachelor party at Hillview, and
That
you
was
came
so
with
much
us.
fun.
Yeah, I was wondering, did you have anything happen at Hillview when we were there?
Well, actually, the coolest thing was George in the basement.
Mhm.
He was angry. He didn't want us there for some reason, and then somebody mentioned the Steelers. Then he seemed to chill a bit. But I remember you talking to him. Was it the whatever you were using?
Probably Spirit
And then
Box
you
or
were
something.
talking to him. Do you want us to stay? You know, with the lights, and he answered yes.
Hmm.
He did want us to stay. That was
That was
like,
probably a REM pod. But yeah.
like, oh, how you doing, George?
We've had a couple of cool things with George. Which I think I told you that story like the first time that me and Jen were there. We did like the flashlight test where, you know, you put the flashlight on and, you know, I answer yes or no questions. And the thing happened was we were naming different Steelers and, you know, mostly like from his era, like 70s Steelers and that. And like, I don't remember who it was, but maybe Joe Green or I forget. Jen probably remembers what it was. But when we said the one Steeler, it like lit up. And then we were like, all right, you know, if we name the coach or whatever, can you turn it back off? So we named like different coaches, and you know, Chuck Noll was that same era. And when we said Chuck Noll, like the light went off. So that was probably like our first thing we've ever had, like interaction with George.
Yeah,
Which we've had a lot since then, but that was like our first one.
that was my first, like, saw it with my own two eyes.
That's crazy.
And then whatever touching me in the closet. I'm like, get off of me. I don't know what. Then
Yeah, we
Jen
were.
Jen started to get a little swole at it because it was messing with her. She's like, "All right, get out of here now." That's-
Right.
I don't know if you remember Laurie, but we were getting like, what was it, decapitate and like all sorts of
Oh.
crazy shit or whatever going on.
That's
like,
dark.
like words were
Holy
coming
hell.
through, yeah.
She
Which
was-
we were thinking it was something like Native American or something. But
It sounded to me like either a white settler. I believe we got the name Kristen for some reason.
Mhm.
And the things she was saying were, and she also, they were also picking up on the father who lived there prior with his 3 daughters. And he was talking about his 3 daughters, who turns out one of them is my tax lady. That was bizarre.
Oh shit.
Yeah, that was bizarre.
What
We
are the
should-
odds?
I should
She
go
said
through that
nothing
stuff.
had ever
And
happened there, but prior she lived there, loved it.
go through that
Jesus.
stuff and release it or whatever because
It was
I have a bunch of
interesting.
stuff. Yeah, I mean, I definitely have enough for like at least a half-hour
Yeah.
episode, probably. I'd say.
Yeah, I don't know
If-
where
I
this
mean-
about that place. I like going there. I love it.
What place?
Just Hillview. Just
We're not talking about Hillview now. We're talking about her daughter's house.
my
Yeah,
bad.
that was creepy. It really kept trying to talk to my
Yeah.
son-in-law. It was really affecting
Yeah,
him.
he was definitely emotional over it.
But yeah. Oh, and then how about my niece Phil
Mhm.
at Cook School where we did our thing
Yeah.
years ago? She was playing up there with her friends, and she got this weird. Sean's heard it, and it's this little girl's voice. That
Mm-hmm. You
says,
should
"I
have sent me
to go
that
now,
clip.
Mom."
I could have played it on here.
I'd have to get. I don't think I have it anymore.
Okay.
I probably could get it to you though, but it's this creepiest thing. It says, "I have to go now. My mommy's gonna kill me."
Mm-hmm.
Clear as a bell.
Right.
Yeah.
And I guess her and her friend were like, "We didn't say that, and there's nobody else here." And I've always felt a strange.
Well, that
something up there.
it was a school, and then what, it was a farm before that or something,
Mhm.
right?
Mhm.
'Cause, I mean, now it's. I mean, Phil, you know, you've been there. It's just a baseball field now. But
Right.
It's old. It's just an old place. You know, that whole area is. I was just reading on. I can't even remember, but
Karma.
You know, if
Yeah,
you don't pay
yeah.
attention, Phil.
That ain't right. I drank a lot of coffee today. Some crashing hardcore.
but wake up.
I know, right? Tell me about
You talk for a minute.
it.
Phil, tell us your likes and dislikes.
Yes, Phil.
Let's see here. I love creepy stuff, heavy metal music.
We're just gonna make this Phil's dating profile.
Long walks on the beach.
Long watch. You know what? Walks on the beach.
Sagittarius's.
Yeah.
Mystical mamas.
Mystical mamas.
That's what you
Dancing
need.
under the moonlight in the nude.
Who was
Stop
nude in
giving-
the moonlight?
Stop
What'd you
giving me
say?
ideas, man.
Not me. Not lately. When I go to camp, I do those tricks, but not here.
Oh man, that's so funny. The shit you do at night, I tell you.
Imagine. I've been watching. I go to YouTube and I've been watching 19s.
We'll be here all night.
I've been watching 1970s horror flicks
Oh, anything good?
on YouTube, like bizarre. Like I watched Satan's School for Girls the other day, and you know, like when you're a 10-year-old girl, these things they stick with you. But the one movie I can't find anywhere to watch, and I've spoken to you about it, Sean. It's called Bad Ronald.
Never heard of that one.
This wacko dude tries to talk to a girl. The girl blows him off, and so he like throws her, and she hits her head on a curb and dies.
Jesus.
So he goes home to his mom, and he kind of like tells her what happened. Well, she has this pantry, so she sort of like builds it in so no one can see it. So she keeps him in there, and he lives in there. Well, then the mom dies, and then this family with young girls move in, and all you see is like him peeking through holes and crap. Ooh,
Kind of reminds me of what is that? People Under the Stairs.
Mhm.
That's what it kind of sounds like.
Yeah.
You've seen that before?
I think so.
It
Well,
was
now
with-
there's a show called Frogging, and that's what it's like. These people living in their house.
Okay. Like it's a real show, like off of real people. Yeah.
Yeah, like the lady will come in, and that one's living under the crawl space, the other's living in the. I mean, oh my! How do you not know someone's living with you?
Holy
That's
shit.
even that. The Boy or whatever. Did you see The Boy? I think it was the second.
That was
one, though.
good. That
And
was
the kid was
good.
like living in the walls, or the guy was, or whatever. Yeah.
I didn't see that one yet.
That was a weird film too.
I thought the sequel, I think, was actually better than the first one.
Didn't see the sequel, actually.
Did you guys ever see Phantasm?
Yes,
I know what that is. I've never seen it though. That's with the little
Classic
ball
film.
and all that. Yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
and I've seen it once, and I'm still like, I think it bothered me, and I've never
Yeah.
really wanted to see it again. That's an oldie. That had to be the '80s for sure.
I told you I just watched Trilogy of Terror the other day, didn't I?
Did you dig it?
Yeah, for sure.
My sister to this day can't watch that. She's absolutely terrified of it because
Shit.
I kind of terrified her with it.
Crazy.
Did you like it?
I did.
Yeah. Do you mean whispering like Laurie's whispering, or do you mean like spiritual like whispering?
Huh. I don't know.
Is it
Oh, she
the
said at least 5
concussion I
people.
got from my colonoscopy?
Your colonoscopy. Laurie's
Yeah, I'm the only
stuffed
one
the
who
tube
goes in
normal.
for a colonoscopy and ends up with a concussion.
Oh, geez, poor
Well,
girl.
no one will fess up to what someone hit me, dropped
Right.
me, or whacked. Like,
Like you were unconscious when they did that, or
I was on propofol. I don't know anything. I woke up and I went, "Oh my god, what happened to my head?"
Oh God,
You can see I'm not. That's a
damn. That's beyond the view.
tell her
She can
I'm
hear
glad
you.
to hear. I'm glad to hear that, Karma. No, I am because a lot of them have been heavy on my mind.
Right.
Bizarrely heavy on my mind. Yeah. I told Sean, I said, if Karma gets on her, she's going to have to say, I got to get off. This chick is definitely my
Oh man, does it like affect your sleeping at all? Like whenever that happens, or
Well, I'm a spaz. It's always like that. Like,
mm-hmm.
it just, when you're feeling a certain way, and actually, I'm in my room that I'm in here. I do have pictures of all my grandparents in here and stuff. So maybe that's
Have you had anything happen at your house before?
not here.
Okay.
No, except for the kids saw those orbs in the basement, but no, nothing. I think they all know I'm a little bit. Maybe I might never come back.
Right.
I really wonder because they're like, she's nuts. You might not really want to come. Well, when my grandfather passed away, he was a jokester. And I'd always say to him, listen, Pap, I love you, but don't come back to say hi to me. Just like, I always felt that's like something he would do. And I was like, not ready for that.
Yeah. Has anything happened though since he passed? Like no. So he's probably kept his word.
Yeah. I was a squirrel more than anybody. So don't mess with her.
Yeah, right.
So when are you going to come out to a haunted house with us?
Yeah, come on.
Like
Do
a
they have
Halloween
them
one.
during the day?
During the day. Maybe like a kid one, go to a pumpkin patch.
Right.
You know me, I don't like after 7 o'clock. That's tough.
Really?
Well, it's after 7 right now, so you're good.
Yeah, but I'm not driving. I can't see anymore. It's like
We'll just have to come to your house and scare you.
oh Lord.
We'll dress up as like, he'll be Jason Voorhees, I'll be his mom. We'll be like, you probably saw that photo of him dressed up as Jason and I, the mother. That was ridiculous. He was amazing. I looked like a bad anime character trying to look tough.
I said he looked like Ric Flair.
Yeah, I did. If Ric Flair and like
Flair.
Owen Wilson had like a kid together, that's why I look.
This is weird. Did you see what Karma said?
No.
Her son's named James, actually. So that's kind of weird.
Shit.
That's my grandfather.
Is it really?
Oh wow.
Pap. And that's my son's namesake and my dad.
Yeah.
Name.
Crazy.
Wow, Pap. I knew
Yeah,
it.
right.
I knew it. I've always known it. He taught me how to cheat at cards. He taught me every time I didn't feel like being at school, he'd come and get me. I'd call him and say, I don't want to be here. And he'd go get my dad's car and come and get me.
Wow.
He was my BFF. And that's why I named my son James Vincent for him.
Crazy. Keep talking about the heating in the house. Huh.
Yeah, because my husband has been turning it off, and we had to get a new furnace in March.
Yeah, I remember you saying that you didn't have heat or whatever at one point. That kind of
Yeah.
My furnace, my washing machine, my ice maker, my stove, and my car have all.
your current car recently.
Well, yeah, my red car's been sitting down the bottom. I was dropped my client off and was driving home on 79, and I, it accelerated and it went boom, and all the way home it boomed, and so I've been
Like the
driven.
transmission slipping, or
I don't know. We took it to the service station. They were unable to tell. Excuse me. So we have to take it into the Ford dealer now.
yeah,
But they can't get us in till next week. So, oh my god.
That's a
Yeah,
shit
it was
show.
just like wham, 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 wham.
Yeah. I gotta love car maintenance. Hate it.
What do I tell you, Sean, all the time? Next time you and Jen go to New Orleans, whatever's, tell them to get rid of it. Make it go away.
Yeah, I've said that to me before for sure.
It's like, what the hell here, people?
Talking about a mattress too, or something.
Does that ring a bell? On main bed.
Yeah.
No, doesn't ring a no.
No, but that's weird.
Yeah.
I'm not surprised. Him and then my grandmother, my mom's mom.
Mhm.
She was she read cards. Did I ever tell you that, Sean?
I don't know.
She'd read your cards. She was very into she'd tell us stories where my grandfather had been dead for a while, and she was struggling to get dressed one night, and she heard somebody go "Hoo, hoo, hoo," and look behind him, and he was sitting there laughing at her. So these are the stories that we grew up with. She was very, were they true? I don't know, but every one of us grandchildren know them, so it makes you wonder. So she sort of kind of always had us into the creepy,
Yeah.
But when she read cards, that was really cool. I wish I would have learned.
Right.
I think my sister tried to learn, but
Yeah. Would you like to pick it up now or learn now, or
two
you think
men.
it's too late?
Well, I don't know. I guess if I really 2 men and 3 women.
Sounds like a party at your house, Laurie.
Welcome to my head. 2 men and I think I know who they're all in this room. Like picture wise, they're all in this room.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Thank you, Karma. You are blowing me away.
She
Incredibly.
Is awesome.
My. You that just wow.
Crazy,
Sean,
huh?
does anything like that? Do you like auras? Somebody one time told me that, believe it or not, it was somebody who worked for our ex company.
Mhm.
And we were out one day and she told me I don't know if this is a good thing, a bad thing, but in indigo?
What's the initials you were talking about?
Of the person
Yeah.
who told me that, I don't remember.
Oh.
Long black hair. That's all I remember.
KM?
No, I don't know. I don't even know the name.
Oh, okay.
I only saw her one time. And she just came up to me and she says, "Oh, you're an Indian." Oh, yeah, that's that.
Huh.
Oh my gosh. You guys, we're trying to do something here.
Yeah, right.
This isn't the Laurie show. I guess you know what? They saw this and they're like, "Oh, there's our beautiful girl."
Oh.
They saw you riding the horse or whatever earlier.
That was one of the funniest videos.
Well, you know what's kind of ironic about that? Everyone else celebrates all the normal holidays. My grandfather, who's apparently here, his biggest holiday was the Kentucky Derby. So, and there's this baby riding a horse.
Oh, that's so funny.
That's so funny. Karma, are you from this area?
No, she's from the UK.
Oh, how fun!
Mhm.
So we have a place to visit.
Yeah.
She's supposed to be coming here, I think,
Next year, I
March or something. Yeah.
Yeah,
into
for
Pittsburgh, yeah.
her cousin's wedding, I think.
Mhm.
So we are going to meet with her rather, and
Oh,
visit.
how fun!
Yeah, I'm excited to finally meet her face to face.
Yeah, so no one's ever met before.
Not in
No.
person, though. We've talked to her on the phone and stuff like
Yeah.
that. She comes
Oh,
on a
how
lot of our lives.
cool.
Yeah.
I've actually known her for talked with her pretty extensively for about 5 years.
I think everybody on our team
Yeah.
talks to her pretty much.
Mhm.
Well,
she's
nice
awesome.
to meet you, Karma.
Mhm.
Yeah, she's wonderful. We call her our other team member of the group who's not physically with us. So
Not across the pond, you
Yes,
say. My
yes,
cousin
yes.
across the pond, and then you go
Yes.
like this. Yes, we're very English. My cousin did our tree.
Right.
And wowee, like I never the grandmother I was talking to, that's where she was English and Welsh pretty much. And boy, this stuff, those are the things that Hi Nan.
Aw.
Cleo or the one that mommy just got? The one that showed up, had babies, and now she has to take in. Is that the cat? Or your cat that eat us? Yeah, well, my mother's maiden name's Shaughnessy, so we're well represented over there. Oh wow,
awesome.
why are they all coming to me?
There's just something about you.
I know that I'm a legend.
You're a beacon.
Hell yeah.
I always tell my mom, Mom, most every other mom gives birth to children, but you gave birth to a legend.
There we go.
Well,
That
that's
is
my
awesome.
yes. This cat's driving my mother. Holy shit!
You could swear. It's
Oh yeah, we don't care.
This cat that now my mother, now that she had the kittens and my girlfriend took the kittens, that she wants in the house. They're taking her to the vet to get everything done. And my
Yeah.
mother and I were talking today on FaceTime with my sister, and she's like, "Stop it! Stop it!" The cat was like just going crazy in her house.
Sounds like our nutty puppy who we have.
The dog's so cute.
Well, mine
She's
aren't in here right now. Ooh,
Yeah.
wow,
Isn't
this
that
is
crazy?
crazy. Sean, that room has a nice calming effect to it. Like I'm gonna.
The room I'm in.
Wow.
Yeah, they were in-laws.
Oh man. When is the last time you've actually encountered something like this? With what Karma's saying to you?
Never.
Never. First time. I'll be gone.
Yeah. I'm trying to be
crazy.
kind of cool here, but
Yeah, no, it's amazing. It really is. Yeah, it's like whenever we were at Hillview and Gregory Nicholson, I think, and the other lady, Sean, I can't remember.
Yeah,
her
Gregory
name,
Nichols.
but
Yeah.
they were both really, really on point with stuff.
Mhm.
Like holy crap, it was insane.
I would love to be able to do that. I would love to be able to, but yet you have to be. That's a lot to hold. Like
Yeah,
Mhm.
Especially if you're an empath. That can make or break your day sometimes.
Oh, I couldn't.
No.
Or it's like whenever you go to a certain haunted location, people have such intense sensitivities to certain things, and some other people don't.
Feel nothing, right?
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, I know some of the members on our team have high sensitivities, and some of us don't. And I'm
just
I am.
Never, or just occasionally.
I never really do. No, I mean,
the more you get involved with it, the
yeah,
more you pick up on stuff. You just don't really do this stuff as often as some of us.
yeah.
How long have you been doing it, Phil?
Well, I've been involved with the paranormal ever since I was probably maybe 20. I want to say 28 or 29. I was on a prior team, instead of this one, that was Oakmont Paranormal, and then fell away from that. And then I want to say 2 years ago, I ended up seeing a status on Sean's Facebook of him going to the Anchorage Mansion with his team Celestial Oddities. And then the member parted ways with the team, and then he offered it to me, and was like, "Hell yeah, I'll take it." So,
well, talking about Oakmont Paranormal too, we have that thing on the 29th with them.
yeah.
The Homestead Library. You should come out to that, Laurie.
I was gonna say, it's
What
really
is it?
awesome.
It's what is it? It's the Homestead Library over in Homestead, or the Carnegie Library in Homestead, and we have to be there like 4 o'clock or something.
Right.
I think we're taking a tour of the building, and then 7 o'clock's when the public gets in, which is I think like a night tour, and then paranormal stuff's like at 11 or 12. I think.
Mm-hmm.
I think tickets are like 20 or 25.
Have you had any luck with getting into the Carnegie?
The Carnegie Library? I don't think I've really. Well, I might have emailed them maybe, but I never heard.
I understand that, Karma. I get that. You get, because they're really worth things that's a hot spot.
Well, you got them connections there, Laurie. Hook me up.
I guess I could speak to the. Yeah, I guess I could, because that Civil War room. Have you ever been up there?
The Civil War room. I mean, I've been in that building, obviously in the library part, and then in the theater. Was the Civil War room like upstairs?
Yeah, but they just have Lincoln.
Yeah.
It is so
yeah,
cool.
I've been in that room. Is that
so
the room?
Cool.
Well, I know the theater's supposed to be haunted. Is that room supposed to be haunted too?
I don't know about. I feel a little. You can something, but basement and the theater were definitely.
Yeah.
The Lincoln room. Didn't I go with you to like see some movie or something?
Yes, we watched a movie up there with the clients.
Yeah.
Yes, we did.
Yeah.
Yes, we did. That was a big. All those pictures of Lincoln falling, you're like, ooh, everywhere you went. Ooh.
That's crazy.
But that you guys have to figure out how to get in there.
It's hard trying to get into these lot of historical places though, because a lot of them like I don't know if it's like a stigma, like they don't want that or something, but even like over, what is the place over here? The plantation.
Neville.
Yeah. I tried getting into there before, and talked to the one lady who's like the board of directors or whatever, or on the board. She was super cool. She was like, "I'm all for it," blah 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 blah. So then, like, I told people, and then she came back again, and she's like, "Oh, can you send me references?" So I sent her references, and I think I even sent her something else. I don't remember what the hell it was. But like it kept going back and forth, and then we got declined anyway. So it was like, what the hell?
Damn.
But at least they weren't like Oliver Miller. We tried getting in there before, and they were just like straight up rude. Like, no, we're not doing that.
Wow. Is that typical for them?
What's that?
Yeah, we would think it'd be good. They have the 100-acre man. They have all the spook. You'd think that would be like definitely play into the spooky. Was it the 100-acre?
Well, 100-acre ain't really by that though. Like,
but it's still in the same, but it's still in the same kind of. You know what? Speaking of that place,
which I thought the pool house actually at 100-acre, I thought I heard before was supposed to be haunted because there was an old pool there.
Well, that makes sense.
Mm.
When we went to that place, did you know that part of South Park was once Virginia? Remember, they told us that was actually the state of Virginia. The way this was in the early whatever.
Was that when they did like the gunshot thing and all that? Okay.
Yeah, they said that's when that was. Crazy, huh?
Yeah.
I mean, I can't remember the year, but that was how before the states got their whatever. That was part of Virginia. That's kind of far reaching there, don't you think?
Judith? Do you know a Judith?
Not someone who's passed, Judith.
No.
Yeah, I don't know. It would be weird to like live back in that time or whatever, like just like pretty much you and your family, and that's when like Native Americans are around, and you'd have to like defend your family if something like that would happen, or like I couldn't imagine
the remoteness of it. That's a homesteader, I guess. That's what that was. I don't know. It took a lot of courage. That's really moving from what you know into the completely unknown.
Well, just imagine like all cell phones and computers and TVs and like none of that shit existed. Like
nope.
I don't know what the hell Jen would do without a phone.
I was just about to say,
without a phone and a camera, she wouldn't survive.
I could live in those days if I had electric.
Yeah.
medical care and running water.
Yeah, I was
I'd
about
be
to say
okay.
even running water wasn't a thing, which that's
Yeah, the
really
running
terrible.
water would
That's
be a deal
tough.
breaker. For no running water would
Like
be.
I got to get a shower like
Uh,
every day. I feel gross like if I don't.
You have to go lug it from the creek. Don't you remember Paul Walton bringing it up for
Well,
the
they had
kids?
that little like water house too. Remember, like the spring house or whatever there.
Yes, they do.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
It's a really cool place. Like it would be cool to like investigate that, but
I'll be down.
They won't let anybody in there. That's like actually. Did you
Lame.
see? What is it? Here, hold on. Karma said something. Susan said she has to head out.
I'm not seeing.
Good talking to you, Karma. Have a good
See
night.
you, Karma. Miss you, dear.
Thank you. Nice to meet you. Thanks for bringing my family to chat.
They were just there to hang out with us and say, "Who
Wow.
the hell are these weirdos?"
Well, yeah. Well, they know I'm pretty weird, so that would
Oh,
nothing
man.
surprise either one of those two.
Yeah.
But talking about like the old fashioned places, the old Economy Village,
I've
which
never
I'd love to get in there too, but they actually have some Halloween thing coming up. I think it's actually the same weekend that we're doing the Homestead Library. But they have like a paranormal tour at night or something, I think.
Which one's in Avella?
What's that?
Avella. Which is the one in Avella?
Oh, that is I know what you're talking about. What the hell's that place called?
Metacross?
Yeah, something like the kids went there, I think, didn't they? With the
for field
TV.
trip.
Yeah. Is
But
it
I can't remember the
Meadowcroft?
name.
It might be Meadowcroft.
And then there's one on 65 too. Like in that, like heading towards Aliquippa.
Yeah, that's the old Economy Village.
That's the one, yeah.
I should start smoking cigars on this thing. I'm getting the craving for one. Damn it!
Well, you know, it's so funny. I was talking about I watched this thing on YouTube, and inadvertently, it's from Newcastle, and it's these two guys, and they sit in these shiny. They drink Guinnesses. The one guy smokes a cigarette. The other guy smokes a stogie.
Nice.
And they talk about it's like Svengoolie Newcastle style, but just two dudes sitting there. Have you ever seen it?
Huh? Never heard of it.
It's called Newcastle Something Presents, and inadvertently looking for 70s creepy movies. That's what came up.
Oh, that's awesome. That is so awesome. Do you watch a lot of like horror films? Speaking of 1970s creepy films,
I love that. You know what? The one, oh geez, Dennis Sweet. Wait a minute. They were in a like a mobile home. You remember Loretta Swit from MASH, Hot Lips?
Oh yeah.
Her, and I cannot think, but anyway, Peter Fonda,
okay,
Warren Oates, and I can't. Well, anyways, they were traveling, and they came across a coven or a sacrifice, and they just tortured them all. What the heck was the name of that movie? Watch it, you'll love it. They come across a bunch of, and the whole town's in on it. And dang, what is the name of that? But that definitely you'll get a kick out of that one.
Yeah. Talking about YouTube, Laurie, did you watch our Greenville Manor documentary?
No, I've not watched it yet.
It's really good, actually. I liked it.
I have not watched that yet.
Yeah, we're supposed to do our next one's gonna be on Monroe House, which was the place we were at in Indiana, which is really cool.
So all the places that you guys have done, what was the I might not want to go back there as place you've been to.
As in like being scared, or as in the place sucked, I don't want to go back?
No, as in like that was too creepy.
I mean, I've had experiences at a couple places, but I mean, that makes me want to go back actually more than obviously Bel Air.
Where were you creeped out the most?
I mean, the possession thing at Bel Air was definitely the craziest thing I ever saw. Monroe had a lot of activity though, and we're supposed to stay a full weekend next time. So
jeez,
that should be cool. Phil's never been to Monroe. Phil's never been to Monroe or Bel Air actually.
No, I haven't been to either one. Bel Air was obviously before I came on the team, and the Monroe House I had a anniversary party to go to for my relatives, and I missed going there. I really wanted to, and but
where is it?
Indiana.
Yeah, Hartford City, Indiana, I think is where Monroe is. Which it's called the Mysterious Monroe House. I don't know if anything demonic's there. There's some claims of that. Obviously, Bel Air, formerly or whatever, used to go by the Bel Air Demon House. Now it's just Bel Air House. But demon wise, you've been to the House of Wills, Phil, because that's supposed to be demonic too. But other than that, like, I know Phil tries to avoid that type of stuff usually.
I'm not too
I'm
well
with you,
versed when
Phil.
it comes. It's just I don't know. I do want to test myself out, but at the same time, I don't want to bite off more than I can chew. You know, like I mean, I've always been the more apprehensive member of the band. Like I'll openly admit that, just because I love doing this stuff, but at the same time, I also want to keep my conscience in check.
Yeah, I don't think, for me at least, I don't know about Mikey, because I know Mikey loves all demonic places.
Yeah.
For me, it's just like, I don't know. I want proof. I want something to happen.
Right.
Like, it's not like I'm not religious, but I follow God. Like, I definitely don't follow the other. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Same here.
right,
Yeah.
right.
But I mean, I want to see something happen. Like,
You've never felt compromised or like unsure?
I mean, at Bel Air, I don't know if that's the right word, but definitely felt uncomfortable. I'd say that. Like,
I actually felt a little slightly uncomfortable at the
Monroe,
house
I felt
for some
uncomfortable
reason.
too. Actually, where'd
Yeah.
you say, Phil?
I actually kind of felt slightly uncomfortable at the House of Wills. I don't know what it was. It just like drained the energy out of me. Like my enthusiasm and it went down the drain for some
Well,
reason.
probably the history of that place too.
That's probably why. Because I know, I think it was you, Sean, that was saying or something, or somebody else saying like these two girls were there and something followed one of them home. And that just instantly kicked into my head like, oh shit, am I going to be this, skeptic, this targeted, so to speak? And I just kind of like.
Well, I know that the owner's real deep into the occult, so
Yeah.
I know that right there could stir something up. But
What was the history?
I don't think I remember.
It was an old funeral home. It was actually the
Yeah.
first African American funeral home, I think, or like the biggest African American funeral home in that area.
Oh.
I don't know. Like I said, the guy who currently owns it is real deep into the occult, and I don't want to like talk down on anybody really, but he does some bad shit according to other people I've talked to. Actually, one of the guys, which actually, I mean, I can say his name, but somebody just recently that was on our show actually was saying like he told me originally not even to go there because of something that happened to him. So,
Right.
Now then,
but
that's probably a good idea.
and
Yeah.
I mean, we had a falling out with that guy anyway because Jen said something, so we probably won't be invited back anyway. But
Yeah.
Well,
we didn't really have shit happen there anyway. But it was
Yeah.
a cool place.
Yeah, I mean, the place itself is really like it's cool looking. It really is, but it just I don't know. There's just something about it. It's even saying earlier, like I just had the energy level was gone. I was like, I don't know how long I'm going to be able to really hang out
Yeah,
here.
I think I was more disappointed than anything. Honestly. Like
You-
we
you
expected
were-
something and
something
nothing
big.
happened. Yeah,
Right.
and I mean the place itself, like the neighborhood's in the ghetto.
Oh
So,
yeah.
Like going outside like was scary as shit. And but seriously, we were out in the parking lot and there was a guy driving by and we thought drive by, and it's that actually somebody's been killed on the front steps of this place,
Oh
like
my-
been
what-
shot.
Yeah.
So and it's
Where?
right across from the projects. I mean, it's in Ohio. I don't know.
Oh, Ohio.
Well,
Well, there you
Cleveland.
go.
Yeah,
I
Cleveland.
don't think it's
Ohio.
actually Cleveland though. I think it's like a suburb of Cleveland or something. I forget though.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's in a real bad area. And I know the guy that actually Jen was friends with who passed away. He was telling us about a time, which I probably shouldn't even be talking about this, but whatever. He was telling about this time there was some crackhead that broke in their building.
Oh.
He froze. See, you shouldn't be telling it. Look at him, do he? If you can hear us, knock twice.
Let me actually message him. Hey, Sean, I think you froze. That's so funny. I think you froze.
He really frozen.
Oh,
Come back, Sean. Come back.
that's hilarious. Oh, Sean,
There
you might
he
have to
is.
repeat that again. You froze on us big time.
Yeah, I was watching it on my phone. I saw you because I could. It puts the text out saying what you're saying.
So
So yeah, I don't know what did I leave off at before?
Oh, like about a crackhead who broke into the place, kind of thing.
Okay, well the crackhead broke into their place. Took a while to find him. They found him. Supposedly they put a gun in his mouth, told him like, "You ever come back in here, we'll blow your head off."
Yeah.
So that guy never came back in, I guess. But
No.
I would hope not.
But I mean, like the area, but the people inside too, like they don't fuck around either. Like,
And there was a room that had a bunch of dolls that kept getting stolen from, I don't know who it was. So I guess the owner of the place put like a hex on it or something like that. So they were all cursed. And
Oh, God.
but you can see that in some of our photos. Like,
yeah,
some of those are actually in some of our photos.
so those were no touchy.
I can't remember her name at Hillview, where you leave her toys and you leave her. What was
Mary Virginia.
is that her
Mary
name?
Virginia, you leave like beads and
Yeah, her.
stuff like that.
Right.
Yeah.
I remember them telling us that don't take anything with you. Somebody had taken like one of the somebody just helped themselves to something, and something eventually went down.
Right.
Do you remember that?
I mean, I know you ain't supposed to do that at any location in general. Like,
Right.
I could stir some shit up, or plus you shouldn't be stealing shit off people anyway. But
Right.
Right. But apparently, whoever did it, regretting
like
it.
Phil over here coughing. Always bitch at Phil when he coughs on the mic.
I am the worst member of the team. Like all you hear is, and I yawn the most too. So once we go to Bel Air House, I'm gonna really.
That's how I muted
it.
What about Gettysburg?
Loved it. Loved it.
I mean, we were there for that convention. What was that, August, Phil? I think.
Yeah, August. Yeah.
Me and Jen been there a bunch of times, and a couple of cool things, I guess, have happened. We were there during the winter. I think I showed you the video, Laurie, with the soldier. I think I'm like 99% sure it's a real person, but it was fucking weird because it was like the middle of winter. It's snowing out real bad. We're in the middle, like nowhere.
Why would somebody be there?
There's a guy like in full uniform, like walking, and we got that on film. But like I said, I'm pretty damn sure it's a real person. And then actually with an ex-girlfriend, we stayed at the Farnsworth Inn, which is supposed to be really haunted. And main thing that happened to us when we were there, because there's like a book and it's like you can write in the book what happens. I mean, I think we wrote in it too, but like 3 a.m, there was a music box in our room. The music box started playing on its own. So that was kind of cool. And we stayed in Jeremy's room, which is supposed to be the room like there's a bullet hole in the wall and this kid like got shot in there or whatever. So
Oh my gosh.
yeah.
Crazy shit.
Well, a place that you guys definitely have to get to is one of the coolest places I've ever been is Harper's Ferry. Unbelievable.
Yeah, we want to go there. Jen always talks about Harper's Ferry.
It's a hot spot. It's the coolest place. You guys should definitely try to figure out some sort of.
We should do that as like our friends trip. Like
I'd
go
love
Deep
to.
Creek. Yeah,
I'd love to.
It's like a good area in general. Yeah.
There's so many things going on down there.
I know Henry wants to go looking for Bigfoot. He's always asking me to go look for Bigfoot.
I don't do the whole Bigfoot stuff. I don't know.
I'll go.
You'll go, Laurie?
Yep. I'll definitely go Bigfoot.
Yeah.
I watched that on TV, and they say if you smell something horrible, get the hell out of Dodge.
Well, that's like my buddy Nino. The one that's in the football league.
Mm-hmm.
He's a big Bigfoot person too. He's claimed like he's seen him before and everything. So we could get a little Bigfoot research team going.
I would be so into that. I just think you have to be awful full of yourself to think that there's nothing else out there other than us mere mortals.
Yeah. We could get Earl. We could get Tony. Like we seriously could get probably like 5 or 6 people to go look for Bigfoot. It wouldn't be that hard.
I would love it. Listen, where's where that's a bit Tappan Lake, down at Tappan.
Tappan Lake?
Right around Tappan Lake, Sean and Jen got a place. We had my friend and I went, and then they went, and they actually, what the heck? And now, of course, I can't think of the name of the place, but they have a annual like he's very prevalent there.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah, I think there's a couple places that do the Bigfoot Festival. I know like Mothman and that too, which that actually was just going on. I think when we were at Shawnee, because I wanted to stop in Point Pleasant on the way back, but we didn't stop or whatever. But
What do you think of that TV show? I think it's Finding Bigfoot. Like, do you think it's like? I always laugh at those guys. I'm sorry. I don't know. Oh my god! Did you hear that?
what was that monster one? They had that something monster something.
Oh yeah,
It
that's
was like with a bunch of hillbillies.
Uh-huh.
I like that show actually.
Like River Monsters or something like that? Or
No, if you said it, I think I'd remember, but that doesn't sound familiar.
Deep Sea Monsters, or I know
No,
what
it had to do with like the Appalachian or whatever, like that type of shit.
Mountain Monsters. I'm trying to come up.
Maybe something like that.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Well, there's the Jersey Devil too, which is kind of cool in the Pine Barrens.
Well, my brother he lived right in that area.
Did he?
Yeah, because he lived in Tom's River at one point, which is right in the Pine Barrens.
They kind of. Hold on a minute.
Everybody always has their animals on the podcast. They have dogs and cats and everything else.
Not this guy. I'm all.
How many times, Phil, have we seen like a cat jump on like someone's lap or something? Like they're in the middle of the thing.
It's so cute though. It's so cute.
Aren't they just so freaking cute, huh?
Uh,
They just decided to get the zoomies all over the bed, all over the computer. I'm like, anyone check out that?
Mikey
cool
Bowser is watching.
Mikey. Monkey in the house.
Is he the one with the new baby?
Yep.
Yep. Well, I mean, the baby's like one now, but
Yeah.
That's still pretty new.
yeah. Leo was at our photo shoot the other day.
Oh,
Oh, is he funny? He is
He was
so
good,
funny.
too.
He was. Yeah, he's a handsome little fella. He kept touching my bald head. It was really funny.
maybe good luck.
He was like, "What the
Wish
hell
you
is
were
this?"
Was it shiny?
No, I am gonna shave it though after we're done with this because I like it all smooth and everything like that too.
If you had hair, what color would it be?
Dark brown. Yep. Although, like right now, I can see specks of gray.
Old man.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it catches up on you quick.
It's getting there, and I don't like it. Although I've done the
Enjoy
beard a
those
couple of
first
times.
35 years, because after that, it's a bunch of shit.
Ain't that the truth?
Yeah, I'll be 37 next year, so I'm already.
You're peaked, buddy.
Yep, that's exactly right.
That's as good as it gets. I hate to tell you.
You know what though? I even told Sean I'm excited to turn 40. I know it sounds really weird. I don't know why. It's just like I was excited for Thursday because that was a new stretch, and then once 40 came, it's another new stretch. It's just what are you gonna get? What are you gonna come up with next? I know it's weird. It sounds really odd.
You don't. Yeah. Look, I'm 42 now, and
She's lying to you.
You look like you're 30, dude.
oh, that's so nice.
Phil's a kiss ass.
Damn right I am. That's what you gotta do. That's all I get for life.
1 minute you're young, the next minute you're like, just trying to get up and down out of a chair.
I tell you what, though, like 10 years ago, like I would have never imagined being the person I was 10 years ago that I am now. No.
That's like I got to sit down and just put my socks on now.
That was really funny. Oh Lord, then you have to use me
fun.
as like support whenever you're trying to get up from like a crouching position if we're near each other. You know.
Terrible. It's like you wake up in the morning, you start like, okay, that one worked, and then you're like, okay, that worked, and then okay, that worked.
That's like I was talking to somebody about like roller skating, and like when you're a little kid, you just fall, jump right back up, you're fine. But like now, like I'd probably break something if I fell.
So I say it's the difference between getting hurt and getting hospitaled.
Yes.
Is the difference when you get older. You get hurt, you bounce. Now you bounce right up to the ER.
Oh, it's crazy how you mention that because I went to my friend's birthday at Neville Island. We went rollerblading, and it was my friend Maria and and their now ex-boyfriend and girlfriend. His name is also Phil. He's about 5'10", weighs about 250, and you know, he was going pretty fast around the thing, and then I just happened to like see him fall. I was like, okay, whatever. He's gonna go right back up. Another another round going by, and I just happened to see him on the ground holding his wrist and like just clenching his eyes together. I'm like, oh no, oh no. I was like, dude, are you okay? He's like, no, no. I'm like, uh-oh. So I had to go signal Maria, his girlfriend, my best friend, over, and they had to take him to the hospital. He like snapped his arm in like 2 different
Oh
places.
God,
Oh,
yeah.
God.
Woo! Because
When
I
did that
tell you,
happen? Recently, or
this was probably, I want to say 2 months ago.
oh wow,
Yeah, something like that. And you know,
he's still in a cast then, I guess. Or
oh no, he's completely healed up now. Yeah, it was. He says that it was awful when he was really waterfalling in on the way there too, and because skating, it was too packed there to begin with. They had too many kids going around, and it was nuts. I had a fun time, but it's just if you're not careful, I don't care how big you are, you can hurt yourself.
You're going down. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, since he's a bigger guy, it's just
when
all
you're
that.
younger,
all that weight. Oh
the
yeah.
last time I skated there was with Nadia's mom,
Mhm.
and I remember it was like me and her and this old lady. She was probably like 70.
Oh Jesus.
But she was like pirouetting and doing spins and all sorts of shit just going around. And like Annie got sick of skating. So like I went and like I held this old lady's hand and we skated around the rink together.
Oh, that's so awesome.
But she was like doing circles around me. Like I was scared to like fall and get hurt.
That was what you lived for all week, so that when Friday came, you go to Winky's or Chi-Chi's Pizza in Bridgeville, and then your mom dropped you off at Bridgeville skating rink.
Spinning wheels.
Just
is where
saying
we
it,
used
I
to
can
go.
smell it.
Spinning wheels over where the Busy Beaver is now on 88. That's where we used to
Busy
always go.
Beaver.
Yeah.
I haven't
And
heard
talking
that name
about
in
that,
forever.
I remember, Timmy. You both know Timmy. This girl named April actually slammed him on a pinball machine because he was like hitting on her.
Oh,
at the
jeez.
spinning wheels. And like Timmy's skinny now, but he was like probably like 100 pounds back then. He was little as hell. He like slammed him on a pinball machine.
Oh Lord, that's funny as hell. Oh shit.
But we had those.
I remember riding horses at Kennywood. I bet none of y'all remember that.
Oh
the
yeah.
steeplechase or whatever. Or?
No, real horses.
Real
Oh
horses,
wow.
okay.
How long ago was that? I can't remember any of that.
I was in high school, so in the 70s, late 70s.
Jeez.
Yeah, you could go horseback riding. I think it might be where old Kennywood is now.
Isn't it sad how much Kennywood's changed? Like
Unreal.
seriously.
Yeah,
Like we were just it's like recently whenever we were at the Trans-Allegheny thing for Horsemania, there was that incident that happened in Kennywood, that shooting,
Oh, you were there
Mm-hmm.
No, you guys
Oh,
weren't.
no.
My brother was there that day, but he left by that time. It was like 8
It was a
o'clock when he left.
15-year-old kid who did that.
Mhm.
Yeah. And I think they're trying to search for the other kid too, because there was, from what Sean said too, I think.
Yeah, the one kid that got shot was the 15-year-old.
Yeah.
There was 3 people that got shot, but the other guy that shot him was the one they didn't catch yet.
Jeez.
But he was
I
one
thought
of
that
the
they had
people too.
metal detectors there. Like, I can't figure it out.
Yeah, they do, but I think they were saying somebody threw it over the fence and lost Kennywood or something is what they were saying. Which now they have like perimeter guards, and like I said, I was just there Saturday, and the metal detectors are actually outside of the gate now. Like instead of like when you go past tickets and all that, it's before that now, and they have police like everywhere.
Good.
Like, like Ange was like saying stuff like, "Oh, how could you go there?" Like it's safer in hell than it's ever going to be. It's just like how when 9/11 happened, like
Yeah.
Right
like,
now it
they
is.
just made it everything so strict and everything. Like,
Hey, like whenever we were at 100 Acre Manor, they actually had like wanderers outside right even before you bought your tickets. And I was like, this is excellent. I'd rather it be safe and
Absolutely. I don't want to go in,
exactly 100% because you want to go there to have a fun time. And the fact that it's
well,
coming.
Scarehouse has been doing that for the last couple of years, wanting people.
Oh yeah. Oh, they
Like
still
even at Etna, they wanted people. So it's been a while they've been doing that at Scarehouse.
Yeah. Because I'm one of those guys that would I'm even cool with having like metal detectors at bars. I know it sounds overkill, but in this day and age, you never know what's going to happen.
That's where you probably need them the most.
Yeah, exactly. And isn't that
definitely
sad,
clubs
though?
at least? They should have them in clubs.
Oh, I tell you what though, if you ever go to like a concert, like a rock and roll concert in like a closed venue, like they are so insane with security, which I love it so much. Like the minute a scuffle happens, they kick you right on out.
Yeah.
Thing is
you
though,
can't do that with thousands and thousands and thousands of people around you.
thing is though, like if you're determined enough, you could still get a weapon in probably any places. Even like you could still get one in Kennywood if you really wanted to. Like it's just dependent on like there's ways.
like how desperate are you to cause an issue that you got? Like, use that brain to think of stuff like, curing diseases or like,
Mhm.
global warming. How
Right.
about that for 5 minutes of your day? That'd be great.
Exactly. And I always want to like, just meet the parents of these kids who are committing these crimes and be like, your kids are fucking assholes,
Well, parents probably could care less. That's
Oh
probably why
yeah,
they're the way they are.
You're right.
Mhm.
Ugh,
It's a mess out there. It's, we were growing up, we hung out with a bunch of guys. If there was a disagreement, pop, end of story,
Mhm.
mhm.
pow in the head, and you move on with your day.
Right.
That was never even a. And I don't know. I mean, I just at this age, I still don't feel the need to walk around like.
Now, see, I can't say that as much. I mean, I came up in the late '90s when all the gang shit was going on.
That's different. We didn't have any of
Mhm.
that.
Because
None
I
of
mean,
that.
like I went to Brashear, and I remember like there being gang fights, and I've known people who've gotten expelled for carrying guns, like stuff like
That's
that.
terrifying.
But people weren't actually like shooting people then. They just had them on them, or they'd pull them on them, but it didn't happen as often as it does these days. But we had metal detectors in my school, and like even like I think I told you before, Laurie. We went to, like I said, I went to Brashear, and when Nadia was probably 5, 6 years old, I don't know, she was little. I took her to go see Grease playing at Brashear, and we had to go through metal detectors. And CV didn't have them. I'm pretty sure CV still doesn't. But like, she was so like scared to even be there.
Yeah,
like she wouldn't go to the bathroom by herself because she was
Wow.
like afraid to be there.
That's bad. That is
Understandable, because that makes you go, oh my God, where at? Like,
bad. Mm-hmm.
but unfortunately, it's probably going to become the norm everywhere.
Well, that's the thing too, is like when I was there, I was a walker, and there was the busters, So the busters, well, when the metal detectors were in the front of the school, you went through them. But as a walker, I went in the back door. There was no metal detectors. That's what I'm saying. Like if you wanted to get something in, there's ways around shit. Like these days, I think everybody goes through the front doors because I have been there since. Like I think I had to get like transcripts or something. But yeah, there's ways
I mean, like I think once every month school starts, the doors all get locked. You can't just willy nilly walk in with. I mean, you have to check in at the desk. You have to show ID. But I do believe you should be wanted. Yeah. When because, I could say I'm the, well, yeah. We shouldn't have be talking about this.
Exactly.
God.
That's like with I mean, I work in a school, and the protocols that we have, I definitely see a lot of loopholes in there that, it's just, I don't know, like it should be better.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I think they all need to be better.
Yeah, I tell you. Crazy how you could be even like whenever I was in my teens, I never had any things were so much different. They were.
We'd leave at 8:00 in the morning, home by the streetlights.
Yep.
With an occasional stop in for some food.
I know crack always had to go when the streetlights came on.
Oh, really? You did?
Yeah.
One time, my parents, I remember, oh my gosh, they came looking for us because the streetlights were on. I saw that my mother's car pull up. I'm like, oh my God.
See, I was always like somebody that like never stayed home. Like I had a baseball field right down the street from me, and there was games all summer. So I'd go up there and stay up there until 10 o'clock at night watching the baseball games or playing baseball or just hanging out or whatever,
Yeah, when I was a youngster, my even through high school, my freaking parents always gave me a freaking curfew. 10 o'clock at night, you better be in bed.
It turned into a pumpkin.
I'd have to beg my mother to let me stay up until 11 because I was really big into watching I
think Laurie just had her curfew. That's why she had to leave.
Quick, let's say things about her so her ears start ringing. This has happened before, hasn't it? I think. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I've been
Phil, how are you doing?
Very good, man. Very good. I'm excited.
How was work today?
Oh, dude, seriously, it's it hasn't been rough or anything. It's just
okay.
Too many too many freaking micro.
Oh, nice of you to join us.
Hey,
I had an emergency.
We have Laurie Lang with us.
Oh, look at the little cutie pie.
Say hi, Boosh. Hi, Boosh. Yeah, I had a little technical difficulty I had to take care of.
Mhm.
That dog is so cute.
Oh yeah, she's adorable, huh?
What's his name again?
Her name is Bitsy,
her.
but I call her Bougie girl.
Bougie. Aw, cute.
My sister and I rescued my mother a dog, and a month later, she calls us. Hey, get off of there! Calls us at work and says, "Oh my God, I'm having an emergency. Zoe's giving birth on my couch." We're like, "What?"
Oh. Oh my God.
So we're like, "Holy crap!" 5 puppies later, she did have an emergency. They're full-blooded Maltese.
Holy hell.
No, there's no papers or anything. So, but I mean, yeah. So that's what we ended up with.
That's crazy.
Fluff. Yappy white Fluff, because Sean loves dogs, so he understands.
Yeah, it looks like my parents' dog. They have a Cocker Spaniel Poodle mix. He is so freaking cute. He's getting older, though. He's like 15, 16, I think.
Yeah, it's pretty old.
Pretty old, yeah.
Yeah, they live quite a while, too. And
Yeah.
he goes into like a coma sleeps where I think the one night my parents came home from, I think they were going to the bar or something like that. And my dad noticed that the dog wasn't breathing or didn't look like he was breathing. So my dad was like, oh, crap, this is it. So he was about to like lift Max up, that's his name, and take him outside. But then Max like snapped out of it and was like, what the hell? You know?
I'm not dead yet.
He's a healthy dog. You know, he's just
He's just a heavy sleeper.
heavy sleeper, has arthritis, doesn't really whine or anything. You know,
No.
I think he has hearing issues, and now every time they try to take him to go get his hair cut, he goes into like convulsions and everything, which is I didn't know that was the thing until I don't know. He just gets scared, but he's always been like a shaker every time he's like in the car.
Yeah, and that's too much for him.
Yeah, so now he's a big fur ball, and like just you know, the little guy's probably dying of heat. You know, I mean, shit.
That's like my mother-in-law's dog who passed away.
Yeah.
I took her like the one time they were going on vacation or something. I brought her my car, and she like threw up all in the back of the car. I guess like no one told me like she gets sick in the car and she puked all over my back. That was like right when I think I got my car too. Like my car was newer at the time. Like she was in the back where the seats were folded down, so at least it wasn't like on the seats and everything.
All right.
Crazy. Oh man. Yeah, that's just one thing I can't even look at. It's like, you know, puke from a dog. Ugh.
How about the sound of it?
Oh, nope, can't do it.
They said that should be an alarm clock to get people out of bed.
That's a good idea, actually.
Then
Then you're like, wait, I never knew I had a dog.
That's not good.
There's a really cool video. This is so off topic, but just in relation to dogs. It was a Halloween video where some dude ended up spray painting his 2 black labs with like white stripes, so they kind of looked all skeletal at night. And he was actually videotaping them like playing with each other, and it was like 2 skeletons going at it. It was adorable, but it was kind of creepy looking too. I'm like,
yeah.
I
like it when they do they wear all black and they put the glow lights and then they dance. So all you see are that's pretty cool. You guys should do that.
Well, we did up Slippery Rock. We made a
Did
video.
you?
It was like me, Jen, and Nadia, I think.
Oh, that's perfect.
And like they made the fake boobs too, so they had like the circle where the boobs were and the butt and everything. And, that was like a couple years ago, I think, when we did that. It was fun.
Oh man,
you need to get on some more TikToks and stuff with us, Laurie.
Call me up. Don't be shy.
Work it.
We need to do another that paranormal thing too, with the different, like how you were the hippie and all that. That
was the greatest thing ever.
We need to do a part 2, but change it up. I actually had like characters. One of them, which you guys will know what I'm talking about. One of them actually was a hillbilly cowboy that I wanted to.
And then you should have Phil dressed up as your missus.
I should do that. I really should.
Well, Phil's already my bitch, so.
Well, there you go.
Hey, I'm the Chihuahua. He's the Bulldog.
That's all.
Yeah. Oh, that's fucking funny.
Did you see that Murder, She Wrote, Angela Lansbury passed away at
Yeah,
96?
my brother was telling me that. I was like, I thought she already died. I didn't realize.
Oh
like,
my god, that
she
sounds so bad. I thought you already died.
Since she was like 96. I remember my grandma used to like watch what was it?
Yeah.
Murder She Wrote.
Yep.
And then she was in Bed Knobs and Broomsticks. Remember that?
Yes, she was.
I used to love
Yeah.
that movie.
Yep.
Oh, that's crazy. Angela Lansbury. I completely forgot about that chick. I really did. You know.
She was close to being 97, I think, a couple days away from it.
Yeah.
Wow. How'd she pass? Natural causes or just hey.
I'm assuming just old.
Hey.
Yeah, see, I don't think I'd even want to live to be that old.
Unless you live a good life, because I've heard like stories of people who lived well past 100, and they said like, yeah, I mean, life was great. I'm just ready to go whenever God's ready to take me.
Yeah, but unfortunately, so many
Mm-hmm.
I know a lot
they
of
don't
family
have
members
that
I've had.
luxury. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, it's crazy because there was a video I was watching years ago on YouTube where this one dude who was the oldest World War II veteran. He was 112 when he passed. His name was Richard Arvin Overton, something like that. And, he still drove his car and still, or his truck rather,
That's different.
smoked every day. Yeah, it
That's
just depends. It's crazy.
My great grandmother lived to be, now I get this confused. She was either a week away from her 102nd or 103rd birthday.
Wow.
And she had done really well up until maybe 100. It's been so long ago. I don't know if she fell or whatever, and then had to go into a nursing home or something. But she was just shy of 102 or 103.
Yeah, that's
She's still.
I think I told you, Laurie, like when my mom passed, her one friend was about to turn 100. I was supposed to take her to her birthday party like 2 weeks later.
Right.
She actually just passed this last year. She was 103.
Holy crap.
Yeah, and she was, she was in a home now, but she was doing good at least up until her 90s,
That's crazy, right?
That is awesome. That's just it just goes to show you that like there are so many people who, the ones that outlive family, you're like, wow, there's a reason why, It's nuts.
That's like I'm 41 and I'm falling apart.
Yeah, exactly. And I think rich people want to live forever because they don't want anyone to get their money. And poor folk are like, whatevs, give me a call.
Yep, exactly. Isn't that sad?
If you're rich though, you can get a trainer and eat right and everything
Right,
else.
everything right. And you have and you got millions sitting in the bank. You don't want to croak, you want that money to, God
you're not
forbid.
forced to just eat shit or whatever because it's cheap or whatever.
Right. You'd have personal chefs making you a very healthy Twinkie. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I seriously think, that and like just not having time. That's another big issue with me is like I just got to eat when I can because I don't have time to do it.
That's a lot of it. And when you get older, that's another thing. When you get older, you go on a podcast, but you also eating isn't as exciting as it is when you're younger. Like that's another thing that's sort of like you'll have days where, oh yeah, that looks great, or oh, that looks great. And then you'll just have days like, you know what, I've been eating that for 100 years. The thought of eating it anymore, like with anything, it just gets bleh,
Yeah.
It's crazy. My grandfather, my dad's dad, he was a creature of habit. He could eat the same stuff all the time. I don't know how he did it. Like he would have, my grandmother would make scrambled eggs every Friday for dinner, and he'd eat like ham sandwiches because he didn't have the fancy food that we all have now. Because he was born in like 1937, I think. But yeah, he always ate the same shit. Just didn't
a lot of people, he's grateful to eat, and I think that's a lot of it. They're just, hey, whatever's on the table.
Yeah.
Now it's all this processed shit.
Oh, I know.
Yeah, my great grandparents, they grew their own tomatoes, they grew their own vegetables, they made their own bread. It was very rare that it was processed ever.
Mm-hmm. I used to eat like this freaking microwavable meals like all the time, and now I can't even like if I eat one of them, it's freaking.
Well, that's the thing too, is you always notice it's like it's always the grandmas that are making the home cooked meal. It's not like this generation that makes home cooked meal. Like you go over your grandma's to have the home cooked meal. You're not going over like your sister's house or something.
And I'm that person. I'm the one who cooks and
all right, we're coming over.
Yes, we're doing it
today. And they had to go to Wendy's.
There we go. And Wendy's and Burger King and McDonald's are good hangover food.
Yeah, right. Soak up the poison.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I tell you what, I had. I went to my parents last night. Had some delicious ribs. Oh yeah.
Good eating, huh?
I had a belly out to here by the time I left. It was awful.
Has anybody been to DJ's yet?
Yeah, actually, Phil, you were with me. Me and you went right in
Oh
Bridgeville.
yeah. Oh yeah.
Where were we coming back from?
We were coming back from Hearstmania.
Okay, yeah.
That place is amazing.
I like the other one better though, the one in West Virginia.
Yeah.
You do?
Yeah, because one thing is, the West Virginia has like the tropical vibe. This one's like reminds me like of a rich person place. Like
I can see that.
I don't like that. I like the old tropical vibe they had at the other one. Even like some of their menu items are more like hoity-toity here, I think, you know?
Well, they do have Upper Collier and Upper Presto and stuff to cater to now.
Mm-hmm. I mean, the food was good, but I'd prefer the other one.
Yeah.
I'm not a rib girl. That's never. I'd be like, it's never something I'd be like, oh, that's really what I want.
Oh, ribs, yeah. I'm
No,
a
my
salmon guy.
Yeah.
I live with 2 carnivores, that's for sure. I'm definitely more of a herbivore.
That one almost went right over my head. I'm like, huh? Oh,
That's
I
because
get
it was easy.
She don't eat her plants there, Phil.
Well, I had a salad earlier with avocado dressing. It was
Was it
delicious.
tossed?
It was tossed. Oh, it was tossed. It was good too. I'm trying to eat healthier. Sort of working.
I was doing good there for a while, but I've been slacking now.
Yeah. Hey, can't be any worse than our day at Arby's. Whenever before that was bad. Oh, that was bad. Right before the photo shoot, we went to Arby's to get like something small, and his wife drops us off at the photo shoot location, and we're like, "See ya, we'll be back soon."
Oh,
that was
Phil's like talking to me the whole time too, like next to me in the stall.
Yep.
Next to me. There's like people walking in and out.
Checking up on him and everything. Too. Hey man, how you feeling?
can you spare a square?
You have to have that awkward conversation. And like
Well, I mean, that's how people bond.
That's true. I actually end up making.
I don't
friends
embarrass
with,
easy.
Oh, you?
No.
Oh God, no. Hell no. I think I'm starting to, develop like the traits of like Sean and Jen and all that stuff too. And even my work, I'm much more of a smart ass than I've ever been.
Laurie's like, God help you. Laurie does both of us.
They say if you hang around your dog enough, you start to look like it. So if you're hanging around those guys, you're gonna get it.
I wouldn't have it any other way either.
You're gonna get it.
Well, did you see our shirtless pics that we took, Laurie?
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I was like. Oh my God, what the hell?
We were sexy bitches.
That was Mikey's whole idea or whatever.
Oh my God, I was cracking up.
Yeah, Troy wouldn't do it though. That's okay.
Then the girls were going to do the topless pics too.
But they didn't.
Girls are going to do the top.
That's what they said, but still waiting. So.
It's getting cold. You might want to hurry that up.
You gotta have fun though. It was just it was actually probably one of my favorite things I've done in a while. Just that photo shoot in general was fantastic. I mean, the photos turned out amazing.
They were really good.
Amazing.
They were good.
Like the first one, Darmine, that was really, really cool just because of it was during winter and like the snowfall and everything was awesome. And but this one was a lot more, I don't know, just it was more, I don't want to say ruggedy looking, just how the photos actually turned out because of the, but it was
they look good.
Thank you.
Weather was beautiful too.
Oh
yeah, you guys got lucky with that.
The thing is that there was a ton of people everywhere, but
yeah. We did make it work though, and April never found her glasses. I don't know where the heck she did with those.
No, I don't know.
Oh well, that does happen.
I do. I look old in some of them pictures though. My brother was like, "How come you didn't dye your beard?" And I was like, "Oh, I didn't have time to do it."
Just Photoshop it.
Yeah.
There we go, man. Yeah, you had that like hair dye on your beard at Hearstmania. It looked really good.
You just say, you know what? You saw so many ghosts that scared the color right out your hair. And scared the hair right off of Phil. So you got 2 things going for you there.
Yeah, I'm starting to. So you can see the receding hairline a little bit.
Phil's gonna grow a gray afro.
Oh, yeah.
I've always wanted to know what it'd be like to actually have like gotta look
Mohawk.
ridiculous. Yeah. No, thank you.
Get like a sideways mohawk. Be like the new style, Phil.
Oh my God.
I hate having hair.
That'd be the OG comb over.
Yeah, my dad always likes to tease me. He's like, Phil, I'm trying to have my hair. You're trying to get rid of it. What the hell are you thinking?
Right.
And apparently, I'm getting like a bald spot right here now too.
The only person I know that's bald that gets a bald spot.
He's not wrong at all. Yeah. Hey, bald is beautiful. Chicks dig it.
I'm more of a long hair hippie dude kind of thing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm
That's
like
cool,
a
though.
70s like David Cassidy more girl.
Nice.
I like
Yeah.
guys with hair.
See,
No
the only.
offense, I think you're swell, but I mean,
Oh
you
no,
know,
I'm taking. You're good.
She's
No,
like, you're fucking ugly, Phil.
because I think I grew up in that era. I like the long
Yeah.
hair.
The big chops and everything.
Yes. No.
No chops?
No.
Did you ever see that picture where I have the cowboy hat with the chops on before?
No.
Because I had chops before, yeah.
I can
No,
see
I
that.
don't like the chops.
That's so funny. No, like the only time I get jealous that I wish I did have long hair was every time I go to a rock and roll concert or like a heavy metal concert. I do like the the head throw and everything, but it's just seeing a bald dude trying to do that. It's the funniest thing
Doesn't
ever.
really
You gotta
work.
put a
Yeah,
wig
not
on.
at all.
You should
Yeah,
put, like,
I should.
like little tassels on your head.
Get one of the little propeller hats that spin off the
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, I can't wait to go to another concert soon. I miss going to those. There's been a lot of good shit. Oh, how you feeling after is shit wearing off?
No, that's a long time for me to sit still.
Really? Oh man.
Yeah.
I need to get a better chair. I'm like sitting in like a wooden chair and it fucking ass is always hurting anytime I do it.
Yeah. You need a like computer chair.
Uh-huh.
I had one actually at work that I had like in my office or whatever, and like somebody took it. Like I found it in like a different room. Like somebody fucking took my chair. I have another chair, but the other one isn't. Like this was like a leather, like nice chair, you know.
That's a dick move.
Mm.
Did you end up like finding out who actually did take it, or?
Yeah, I've seen it since, but it's whatever. Because like I said, I have another one. So
Yeah, I wonder how much a computer chair actually costs. 'Cause I need one for my guest bedroom because I think I'm getting severe back problems from the chair that I'm sitting in.
is she getting out of the bed too easy now, Phil?
That's what she said.
We always joke with Phil saying he has somebody like tied up in his basement.
Since I'm the quote unquote Jeffrey Dahmer of the group.
No, you're the Ted Bundy.
Or Ted Bundy, rather, not Jeffrey. I'm sorry, Ted Bundy.
Does it put the lotion on its body?
Because I'm like, I always like, I check my phone a lot. I'm not doing it as much now, but Sean, I think the last or one of the podcasts that we did, Sean's like, yeah, Phil keeps checking his phone, seeing if the girl's still chained up in his basement.
I told him, I said, one of these episodes, and he'd just have a girl chained up in the background.
God. Oh, that would probably be bad.
Oh my God, that'd be so awful. I'd have the authorities here in a heartbeat too. Although they wouldn't even like freaking like nobody would be surprised by it, which is also fucked up. I'm like, really, guys?
Yeah, right. Like that.
Oh, this is weird. I just got a friend request from our buddy Tony Mikulski. Interesting. Cool.
I don't
Laurie-
see anything. No one's talking. I think, I
Hang
don't
on.
see anyone talking.
No one's saying anything.
Do we have any more viewers now, or are we still?
Currently, no.
I think it's just us.
Yeah, it's
Shit.
just us. Just hanging out. Mikey was on there, but I don't know where he went. That looked like he was only on for like a second, too.
Wow. Damn. Well, shit.
Oh, good.
People, we're fun. Watch us.
I'm
you
only
got-
fun until like 8 o'clock, 9.
You got to do the helicopter, I guess, Phil.
Well, you guys asked for it. Take my laptop and aim it downwards.
Oh, somebody's on there. He's got one person. Who is it? Who's watching right now? Say something in the comment box.
Do we have
Do
a
it.
friend out there in La La Land?
Come on now. I was going to do the helicopter. Come on. I'm still going to do it.
You're going to scare me away.
Oh, look, they're scared, our friend.
Ah, shit. I'm just kidding. Not really. Did you ever see
Friendless.
do you ever see the movie Bruno, Laurie? Did you ever see that movie with Sacha Baron Cohen? Every time I think of like helicoptering, I always think of the one scene. And Sean, you've seen that movie, right?
Yeah.
He knows exactly what I'm talking about. There's a spinning stick. And that's all. Yeah, it was funny. It was good.
I must have missed that one.
Yeah, my cousin Steve and I saw it in theaters when it came out, and we were in tears whenever we left the movie theater. I was like, that was the most messed up film I've ever
That's
watched.
like we saw the new Jackass or whatever. Remember, Phil?
Dude, that was just the beginning scene,
Mm-hmm.
and it kept on getting worse and worse and worse. I loved it so much. That
Go
dog
away.
is right. Come on,
Go away.
this is a professional meeting here.
She's just staring at me. Look, and here she's coming.
We got to
on.
have somebody watch us.
All right, hey,
At least we're
The
good
one
enough.
person's back.
Whoop,
Who is it?
whoop.
Who it is?
Say who it is. Like it depends on where they're at, I guess. Like, because on Facebook sometimes like I said, it told me when Mikey was watching,
Yeah,
but I don't know if it's somebody on YouTube because I don't think it tells me on YouTube unless maybe I was on YouTube. But you would think if it was like Mikey or Jen or something, they would say something.
hey. Yeah, Mikey would be like, Phil, for the love of all that is holy, stop sniffing.
Mm-hmm.
That's usually my thing now.
It's probably Laurie's actually watching on her phone right now. 'Cause
Oh,
it does say there's two people watching. So-
that
No, I was seeing if
No,
I
it's
could
like-
see anything. Yeah.
is hilarious. So, Laurie, anything fun going on for the rest of the week for you?
Hopefully no.
No,
no
no.
more camp this season.
I don't know. My granddaughter's not feeling so good today. If she's feeling better tomorrow, I might go up for the day tomorrow. But
Okay.
if she's not feeling good, I'm just gonna hang out here. And she needs to come here,
Yeah.
Oh,
But yeah, no, I had a crappy campy year. Crap.
oh,
That
stinks.
I never could go, never had the opportunity to go. When I did, others couldn't go. And it's like, I don't have cable or anything. So if I did, I'd go by myself and never blink.
Right.
But
Yeah,
to
we,
be up there,
we
with,
had cable and now it doesn't work up there anymore, which sucks.
Yeah.
so that kind of sucks. That's like I said, that's why I don't go alone.
Mm.
So yeah, I got ripped off this whole summer. It's just didn't go as much as I wanted to.
Yeah, I mean, it's just I think this summer just went too freaking fast, honestly.
There was no summer.
No.
No.
I mean, I think camping is fun even like during this time of year, but I'd rather be in like a freaking like cabin, It's too cold.
Well,
for it.
yeah, my camper, the heat doesn't work, so I'm like kind of out of time. I can't really. It's cold in there. It's
Oh,
really
really?
cold. Yeah.
Shit.
I mean, if it's 39 degrees out, you're basically just in a tin box
Mm.
Yeah.
with
Like,
a
we
lot
went-
of blankets.
I mean, hell, we were in Lake Shawnee, and it was a really cold night sleeping. Well, it wasn't like brutal or anything. It's just,
Well, you at least were in like an actual building. Shit.
Yeah.
I was freezing. I don't get cold.
Yeah, that the building I was in actually worked out really, really well. Even though I had to sleep in my hoodie, but it.
I
It-
remember
it was
Hildy
a-
was freezing like that too, where we were.
Oh,
We were gloves and coats. It was so cold in there.
I
mhm.
swear, like any of these locations you go to, it's either hot or cold. Like it's never
Yeah.
comfortable.
Grand Midway Hotel, though, the first time being there, that was the coldest investigation we've ever done, hands down. It
Well,
was-
I mean,
it was
Darmine
rough.
was outside during the snow, so.
Well, yeah,
And
I mean,
actually, no, Crescent, man, fucking
Crescent
Crescent
was
with that
fucking
blizzard
brutal.
was that was the end of
gosh.
March. That's why we booked it because we thought it would be like warmer end of March.
Yep.
It was snowing and like you're on the mountain, like
Oh,
it
it
was
was
terrible.
I was so happy to get out of there too. Like we actually, and this
even
is
in
never,
the buildings was cold too because
Mhm.
we had the buildings and tunnels, but it was freezing out.
Oh god, yeah. It was rough. Even all our like evidence was pretty much shot to shit just because there's too much wind interference. And then
Yeah, that's not easy time. I would.
nah. We all slept in Grand Midway Hotel, and that was actually a lot warmer.
I am not a fan of the winter. Once the burr months start, I
Yeah.
check out until March comes back around.
Yeah, I know if I had the
Right.
money, I'd move down south from like
Gone.
November till April probably.
Absolutely.
Mm.
Yeah. I don't know.
Out to Florida though.
Yeah, I feel bad for Florida. They got pummeled by that damn hurricane.
And they also have the Satan down there too, and I couldn't live there.
And my brother
Mhm.
actually just sent me pictures because his old boss lives down there, and like he showed like a picture of his kitchen and his dining room, and the water was like up over the stove.
Holy crap.
Yeah, and he said like they were in the house when this shit was going on. Like it was scary.
Can you imagine just what the wind would be like?
Mm-hmm.
That would terrify you. Just the sound of the
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gosh. You know, it's crazy. My cousin Heather, she would have loved it because she loves violent storms. She's a,
Crack's that way too.
yeah, really?
Yeah, Crack
No
loves
kidding.
like thunderstorms and shit.
Yeah, she
I like
moved.
a nice one.
Yeah, right.
Well, being up camp or whatever, it's fucking scary when it starts storming,
Yes, it
especially because
is.
you got the big giant trees outside and like you can hear everything and the whole thing shakes. Like I remember the one time I was up there and I opened the door just to like look outside because it was storming real bad. It was like boom and like scared the shit out of me. Like it sounded like it hit right in front of me.
That happened to me up at camp on my birthday.
Mm.
I had gone back in to the camper and they went for a ride on one of the, I forget what we had there, but I started hearing something and I had the air on so I couldn't hear too much.
Yeah.
Next thing you know, I'm like, what the hell? And I went to open the door to look and it just slammed on me and I just crawled back in my bed and put covers on me because I thought I'm going to end up I was terrified.
Yeah.
Terrified. And that was a microburst. In fact, it broke a tree in the beginning of camp. It just, and luckily it went right down on an empty lot.
That's something I always worry about too. They get a lot of tornadoes up in that area.
Yeah,
anyway.
and you're covered in trees.
You're just in a trailer too. Like
Have you ever seen a tornado, Laurie?
My husband and I, years and years and years ago, actually, one had gone through like the Wexford and Cranberry area.
Yeah.
And we followed it up
Storm
79
chasing.
as far as we were storm chasing.
That's
And
crazy.
then we couldn't catch it anymore, but that was pretty cool.
That's insane.
Was that the one that took Mount Washington?
That was in
I
the
think-
90s, the one in Mount Washington. 'Cause
Yeah,
I was in
that
like
was-
high school.
Yeah.
I think that's what it was.
I remember
Yeah.
my one friend was in Mount Washington when that was going on. And we like talked to him on the phone and told him I was up Timmy's house, which he lives over in Dormont. We were like, have you and your family come stay with us or whatever. And he said when he was walking outside, a fucking garbage can lid smacked him upside the head.
Ouch.
Yeah, that's scary. My kids were in Florida when I don't remember which one hit, but one of them hit. And my son saying, "Mom, there's fish on Papap's Road." Like there were fish going down the road.
Mm.
And then they were in Nag's Head and they got hit there. And so they've been in it twice, two different storms. I'm like, 2 hurricanes. Not for me. Thank you.
I lived right in Beachview, so Mount Washington, and then he had that it hit down in Banksville, like by the Eaton Park and that too. Like I was right in the middle of that shit, but nothing really happened by me. But
We actually had a microburst go through our backyard before I moved in here, and it hit Scott Park.
Mm.
And it took out some pavilions, and and that went. My neighbor lost a grill. The other neighbor lost a tree. That was before I moved in here. It was wild.
Crazy. Yeah, microbursts are nuts. I think the first encounter of that, I was actually visiting one of my mother's old friends who she doesn't work with anymore. That was probably like maybe 10 or 11, 12. And they actually showed, I was looking outside, all of a sudden it was just calm, and then, it's unexpected. It was
Phil, I
crazy
heard you have a
scene.
microburst in your pants.
Oh, yes, I do.
I have seen one. I've seen a water spout.
Okay.
I got a
That's
water spout in
pretty cool.
my pants, too.
You better go relieve yourself here.
It's all this I've been drinking, so.
Yeah, right. Well, that's why I had a technical difficulty. I'm like, peace out.
Oh, that's funny. But you actually did encounter one. The hell was that?
The water spout was cool.
Was it cool?
Yeah,
That's awesome. My cousin was actually about a football field and a half length from a F5 tornado.
That doesn't sound too safe.
She actually is a meteorologist / tornado chaser, of course, and she purposely moved to Oklahoma.
That's
to
where you
live.
go.
Yep, she loves it. She loves the more violent, the more insane, the happier she is. I'm like, holy fuck. I thought chasing ghosts was
Yeah, right.
crazy.
No, tornadoes scare me more than ghosts.
See, my thing is with tornadoes, like I like how they look if they're not here. You know, it's like I love winter, but I hate driving in it. It's like you can love certain things, but hate what it does. You know, kind of thing.
No, I find nothing, not even an inkling of anything pleasant about winter at all.
No, I can't stand extremely hot weather. Like if it's like 95, 100, I'm miserable.
I'll take 100 over 10 any day.
Any day.
Well, that absolutely.
I'm not if I don't want to like I like wearing my flip flops and my shorts. I don't have to just walk out the door to let your dog out. You got to put a coat on and shoes up. But that's not my gig. Fungal.
I will say this: like the most comfortable heat I've ever experienced was going to Virginia Beach, Virginia. Like the air actually smelled it smelled amazing, and it was like 95 and not one bit of humidity whatsoever. And obviously going to Vegas. It was like 70, 75. We actually went there during a week where the weather was perfect. You can actually wear your coat while it's like bright and sunny outside. It felt amazing.
Wow.
See, I think the worst was we went to Disney in July. It was like 90s with that humidity.
You couldn't
like,
pay me $1 million to go to Disney.
It was so bad. Like we even had those cooling towels that you like wet and you wrap it around your neck. Like it wasn't doing shit. It just made you feel like wet, but like it wasn't cold.
No. You couldn't give me a free ticket. No.
Hey.
I went in May and years ago, and it was already starting to go up. I'm like, Now I did like the one in California, because it just was perfect 75-degree weather all the time, so I did that one. I enjoyed that more than Florida.
Well, Laurie, I don't know, we're gonna wrap it up probably.
Yeah, and it's
you,
like an hour past
have
my
anything to
bedtime.
promote?
Mm-hmm.
Do I?
Yeah.
Safe sex.
What are you trying to say?
Others and my boys, the Bumpy Squad.
That sounds like a Sue Johansson quote. Safe sex.
Thank you for coming on.
Yes,
Hope
thank
you had
you
a
so
good
much.
time. We had a good time.
I did.
Hell
Have
yeah.
me back anytime you need a fill-in.
Right, sounds good. We need to maybe next time you smoke me and Phil a drink, and that'll probably turn into a whole different show.
Dude, I'm down with that, man. I'm so down with that.
We should do a live one for that.
Yes.
Let me know.
I'll kill a few
I'll
Jack and
do it.
Cokes. All right.
Sounds like a good time. All right,
Yeah,
thanks,
we
Laurie.
have fun.
All right, peace out,
dude.
guys.
See ya.
Thanks for
for watching. And don't forget, you can find us here, and here, and here. Don't forget, everybody needs a little bump in the night.